Can you hear me? All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Questions for Coach Derek Fisher. Start with Pavi with H&B Media.
So, Coach, good win. Outside of just the obvious, which is, going 2-0 in Chicago, what are some technical things that you all did that lets you know that you're headed in the right direction?
Hello?
Hi, can you hear us?
Yeah, we're good now.
Okay, go ahead, Pavi.
What's up, Coach? Good win today.
Yeah, thank you.
Outside of the obvious, which is 2 wins, what are some technical things that you guys did this weekend that let you know that your team is headed in the correct direction?
I think defensively, like we continue to be, really disruptive, forcing another 25 total turnovers tonight. I think that's something that we can continue to make happen, game to game. That's one thing I think to continue to look for us that, early in this season while we're still finding what our offensive identity is going to be, we need to be disruptive, force turnovers, and convert at a higher rate once we force those turnovers. And I think that's an area of growth for us that, we can move forward in the short term. I think offensively as well, like, Erica Wheeler and Brittany Sykes, like players getting to the rim more often. That's going to be another thing that is important for us. And I think we're starting to understand like the spacing that I want us to play with and where the opportunities are to attack and be aggressive. Like at times we're thinking offensively instead of playing. And so it was good to see, even when we didn't convert, it's good to see like there are clearly more players getting to the rim and to the basket. And we just have to finish at a better play rate.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
David Yapkowitz with The Next.
Hey, Coach. Nia's been a real big boost for you guys, off the bench, even, not just tonight, but in the first few games as well. She's looks like you're kind of playing her. She's playing the same kind of role Simone played last year, that small ball forward that can kind of stretch the floor a little bit. Just, what have you seen from her in the early goings here that you think moving forward, you can really kind of get out of her and her positive contributions out there?
Yeah, I mean, I think just, Nia's overall just professionalism and, who she is as a person and as a woman, like that's the way she plays the game. Focused, disciplined, knows what she wants to do, stays within, what she knows that she's capable of, doesn't take too many risks. Like she's just a solid basketball player and a solid person, like I said, so it all kind of goes together. When we decided to, sign her to a contract to come to training camp, like the hope was that she would show that versatility, that she has shown thus far, that she could be a stretch four type of player, but also a bigger three, which is a position that is important in this league right now. When you think about, matching up with the best players in this league, having someone with her size, her athleticism, her ability to defend multiple positions, she checks a lot of boxes, and she deserves the credit for putting the work in the offseason to, she got better. And so we're happy for her that she's seeing the results of the work that she put in.
Thanks, Coach.
Rashawn Haylock with Spectrum.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win.
Thanks, Rashawn.
Hey, obviously it's one thing to get the first one and knowing it's going to be harder today. What did you learn from your team just in terms of like the grit and resolve they showed, just in the manner that it took, for you to be able to get this dub today?
Yeah, that's what we've been really trying to keep our team focused on early in this season, are those characteristics of a team. The technical aspects, the X's and O's, the strategy, the coverages, those things, every team has those, but every team isn't necessarily capable of building a level of team grit and mental toughness that allows you to go out and win a game like tonight, especially early in the year. And so, I think it shows a tad bit of growth for us, where when things got hard against Dallas or against Vegas, we weren't able to hang in there and stay, mentally focused and not allow our emotions to get the best of us. And so we're starting to turn the corner in that area, and that's a good sign. We always can shoot a little better. We could turn it over a little less. Like there are always statistical things to be critical of, or float out there like you're the best team in the world. But just that collective grit and accountability from player to player, that I'm not going to let my teammate down tonight. That's what you need, and that's what the best teams have.
John W. Davis with Winsider.
Congrats on the win, Coach. How you feeling?
John, exhausted. I didn't even get out there, so I know the players are exhausted, but thankful for a win in this league. Anytime you can get a W, man, it's a good feeling.
Most definitely. And speaking of exhaustion, when I was watching this game, I was saying that, since you were at 9 and they were at 8, this was going to be defined by execution through exhaustion. And with that in mind, do you think Brittany Sykes' block on Diamond was really just that epitome of the energy and effort that you're going to need to win games in the W?
For sure. Every single night. Like, that's the type of, just unwilling to allow anything to be easy for the opponent. That's what it takes. And, she's gifted athletically, but the decision to put out the energy and effort to be in position to make that play that's where it started, and, she's been unbelievable for us these last 2 games, coming off of the bench, still getting starter-like minutes, but her defense in the second quarter and in the fourth quarter, with her coming off of the bench, has just really anchored us, and she deserves a lot of credit for us. So we, unfortunately, playing with 9 tonight, we knew it was going to, take more minutes from people, but we found a way. And hopefully it'll be good for us to also kind of force our game conditioning up to that next level that we need to get to anyway. Other teams have played more games than us. So, we have some catch up to do in that regard.
Last question for Coach tonight. We'll go ahead with Gabby Ducharme with LASparks.com.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the big win.
Thank you.
Just want to ask about the impact of Amanda Zahui B. She made her season debut this past weekend. Can you just describe how impactful has she been for your team now on the backcourt in these first 2 victories?
Yeah, she's been remarkable. I'm not sure how you can say it any differently or any better. Like, she's just been fantastic. Not just showing her ability to make shots. Like, I think everybody knows that part of her game is something that she's known for, but her ability to communicate, with her teammates, and you hear her voice out there on the court, her ability to rebound that's huge for us as well. She just does a lot of really good things for us. She helps us to space the floor offensively. And so really happy to have her back. We played her more minutes tonight than we originally intended to, but once Shanae was a late scratch, we knew we'd have to extend, Zaui's minutes a little bit. But again, she's worked hard to get herself back, and out there with her teammates. And, she's doing some of the things that, we were hopeful that she could do for us when we went after her in free agency. So hopefully she can get some rest and we'll have our third game in 6 nights, basically on Tuesday night.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, questions for Nneka Ogwumike. We'll go ahead and start with Rashawn Haylock with Spectrum.
Hey, Nneka, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Coach mentioned that, you were able to do some things tonight as a team that you weren't against Dallas and Vegas. When it got hard, you showed some grit tonight. How much growth was there for you as a team? Like, how does it feel to grow like that tonight as a team, and how is this applicable going forward?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that we're gelling a little bit more. We still have a ways to go. But, today we were able to put together stops. And since you've seen us in the first game or two of the season, we've been able to convert. And we still have a lot of work to do when it comes to that. But playing composed, I think, is something that's going to make us get better each game.
Thanks, Rashawn. We'll go to John Davis with Winsider.
Hi, Nneka. How are you feeling after a game like that? I know you had, you got hit in the face there, and you had to deal with that and still, help lift this team to their second straight win. How are you feeling though?
I feel like I played an overtime game, but it feels good to know that we're improving in our games. I think it's great to have those types of challenges early. We need to play in those types of games early because it builds maturity, it builds chemistry, it builds a lot of character, all of which are things that we're working through as a team. And it keeps us ready, keeps us coiled. We know that Tuesday is going to be another hard-fought game, and we look forward to continuing to be challenged and challenging ourselves.
Thanks, John. We'll go to Gabby Ducharme with LASparks.com.
Hey, Nneka, congrats on the big win tonight.
Thank you.
I just want to ask about the development of Nia Coffey on the basketball court. What kind of impact have you seen her make just kind of as like your new teammate and everything this season?
I've always experienced playing against Nia in the league. And I think when it comes to a player like her who can really do everything, it was kind of a matter of her game finding a home. And I think that this is the home that it's found. She really fits with what we have going here. She can really do it all. And I think as she gets more minutes, people are going to see just how talented she is. And then when it comes to just her growth, I think I actually talked to her about this, a lot of what she's experiencing is kind of like deprogramming, not feeling like you have to do too much, because that's really where her strength is. She can do a lot, but we all know that we have to play each other's roles in a way that supports the team. And so she's doing an excellent job of challenging us when we're practicing, but then also bringing that intensity on both ends in the game.
Awesome. Looks like that's all for tonight. Thanks, Nneka.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Eli.
All right, questions for Erica Wheeler. We'll start with Rashawn Haylock with Spectrum.
Hey, Erica, congrats on the win.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you for being on, man.
No problem. Appreciate you. After a hard fought win like that, buzzer sounds, you throw the ball, 20 feet high in the sky. What's going through your mind during that time? What's that
Man,
feeling like?
it's coming together, man. Like the first 2 games, that you probably take it, sorry, a little stuttering. You pride yourself, man, when the first 2 games we lose by 20, and then we play Chicago, we win the game, we just chipping away, just keep getting better and better. So for me, you can feel that. You can see us working to something super special. So to get this win, it's super glorifying.
How different was it tonight, both individually and as a team, with just a day in between games as opposed to a week like you had to start the season?
Man, it's very hard, but this is our job, man. Our coaches prepare us. We have some amazing trainers to make sure our bodies is, on point to be able to play this game. It's hard, but this is our job at the end of the day.
Appreciate you. Thanks.
Got it.
Thanks, Rashawn. We'll go to John W. Davis with Winsider.
Erica, how you feeling after playing, 35 out of 45 minutes, and then also, dealing with some hard fouls and maybe even a slight aggravation or two?
It's tough, but Fish do a great job of keeping me composed. Me and him make eye contact, and he has this face where I know, like, you all right. And it's just kind of giving me in my brain a reminder, like, you're all right, because sometimes I can, fall into, fouls being too aggressive, me not getting them early on. Then the second half, it kind of changed. So just being able to read the game and feel the game out, I'm all right.
Thanks, John. We'll go to David Yapkowitz with the next.
Hey, Erica.
How you doing, man?
Good. It seems like today you made a real concerted effort, especially down the stretch, to get to the rim. Coach was talking about that, how you guys have talked about that in practice and stuff. But, also having somebody like Amanda back and having Nia, players like that, bigs that can space the floor and kind of open up those driving lanes a little bit. How did they help, or how have they helped you, in terms of being able to kind of find those lanes and be able to, get to the rim and finish?
I mean, it's a great deal to have a stretch 4 or even a 3 player that's over 6'4" that can shoot the 3, because then now the defense has to guard you honest. So if you don't stop me, that means I have the kickbacks for the 3. And Zahui been hitting them, Nia been hitting them. So it really opened the game up, and I was poised. I kind of slowed down a little bit to execute, whether it was the kickback or me driving to the basket. So it's great to have, Nia and Zahui, because they definitely opened the floor for me.
Thanks, David. Last question for Erica. We'll go to Sue Faber.
Hey, Erica. Everybody has a role on the team. How would you describe your role on this team? And go ahead.
I'll have to say the energy, that spark. I don't talk up as much. I just talk up in moments where I feel like I'm needed, because I allow Nneka and KT to kind of have those moments, because they won championships, and I try to listen to them more than talk. So for me, just being a leader, just running the team, organizing the team, and just making sure I get, my teammates the ball in the right position. So I also have to say that's my role. And I talk up in moments that's like, when people don't want to talk up, I'll take those moments, because for me, my backbone is very thick. So I don't mind, criticism. If I'm gonna give it out, I got to be able to take it as well.
You kind of the emotional leader of the team, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are coming together. What are some things that you're still going to work on?
Transition. It's a lot of things. At halftime, coach said to us, like, the score is 0-0, and we made so many mistakes. So just being able to know that the mistakes that we're making is on us. It's not like the defense is making us turn the ball over. We're making the mistakes on our own. But I will have to say this. I told my team this after the game. This game was very hard. And the reason it's hard is because we connecting the dots. It's coming together. Nothing worth having, it comes easy. So as we keep going to be better, I think it's going to keep getting better and better. And when teams going to struggle guarding us, because we have some pieces, and when we start clicking like we did and how we finished this game out tonight, we're going to be something serious.
Thank you very much.
That's it.
All right. Thanks, Erica.
Yeah.
All right, we'll start with questions for Nia. Rashawn Haylock with Spectrum.
Hey, Nia, congrats
Hi.
on the win.
Thank you.
After a hard fought win like that, what's the joy, the elation inside the locker room like?
I mean, we're obviously excited because we didn't start off the season the way we wanted to. And just seeing how we were able to grind it out and stick together during this tough game. I think we were just proud to see that, we're starting to stick together, kind of see our identity and just seeing how we can play together as a team, even when we're missing some of our players.
And to see that growth, how does it feel to see that growth, and how can it be applied going forward?
I mean, it's extremely promising. Like, it's always good to see that because we saw kind of what this team could be in training camp. But we had a rocky start. So starting to uncover and see what it really can be, like, it's only giving us more fuel to our fire to keep this thing going and keep growing together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
John W. Davis with Winsider.
Congrats on the win, Nia, and the big shots and all those big minutes you played. When you signed this training camp deal with LA, did you think you'd be playing down the stretch in crunch time? And what was this, game 4?
Honestly, I take everything one day at a time. So when I signed to come to LA, I knew it was going to be a dogfight to make this team. And I take it one day at a time, no matter what minutes I get, what opportunities I get. Like, I'm going in to help this team no matter what that role is. So I just take it one game at a time. And I just show up for my teammates the way they need me and just keep fighting.
Thanks, John. We'll go to Gabby Ducharme with LASparks.com.
Hey, Nia, congratulations on the big victory.
Thank you.
Just want to ask you, hit a big 3 in overtime to give your team a 80-65 lead, and the Sky never really closed that gap. Can you walk us through that possession and how you felt hitting that go-ahead basket?
I believe we were just in a horn set because they were having a hard time just guarding us. So putting our 3-point shooters like in the corners to give E space to work, whether she was going to the basket herself or she's going to hit Nneka or she's going to hit me or Z, just making sure that we give her those opportunities. And Diamond went to go help in the post because I believe Nneka was there. And when E connected to me, I knew it was my opportunity just to do what I do and shoot that 3. So I'm just glad I was able to get to connect that for the team in that possession.
Time for one more with Nia. Rashawn, did you have a follow-up?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. All right, all good, Nia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great night.